Hans Woodbo here. I'm back on my video blog. Now I'd like to show you the final result of a rapid prototyping approach, and that's the back end. That's what you get out of the picking of jobs and converting them through their related work activities and everything you have, combining it with 10 products, over 200 customers, just to mimic a model. You get this. So you have 233 customers, 10 products, and here is the result showing details as an active whale curve. Here you are. Well, this is data thrown out of that randomly, and here you have the whale curve for customers. You can look at this point, for example. Here you see that 64 or 27% of all customers make 131% of the total, and you can dig into more or drill into things here. For example, picking into this customer, you will get then the whale curve of the products for that customer. So again, whale curve means profitability as the line chart here, so green, blue, red, so those half of the products of that customers eroding your profitability. Left side are the volumes going with the bars, the line goes with the cumulative profit. Just one result. When we go through two-step profit increase, you get an incredible curve. It looks like this. Of course, you never will get there, but that would be, again, showing the whale curve. So you see from over 4 million, as I said, maybe 10% of this could become true, and optionally through change management process you would get there. Okay, now I'd like to show you from the back end. I mean, this is the result, but now how did we start and what is the individual process to go there. So here's where we all started. So we picked various occupations, so chemical engineers, plant operators, and here are some randomly selected names. Those occupations go with a code, which later is used to go into the details of the related work activities and what have you. So you see here it's almost everything is around chemical plant operation, a chief executive, customer service reps, financial analysis manager, some maintenance and sales reps. So it could be an organization of that kind who is doing jobs on the chemical manufacturing side. So that was just an assumption made. On this, we make this first result, so we get to a resource. So the resource is purely based upon those work efforts without any raw material and energy. So that means you have salary, wages, benefits, which come out of the picking of the jobs and the medium from 2013 data, median salary, wages, benefits from the labor office, and assumed as a fixed cost, IT facility cost, travel cost, brings you to the 788 million for this whole organization. So we combine that all, and then we pick here. So here we have now expense, occupation, code, by going through those assignment steps, multidimensional assignments, decomposition to be exact. And then we take this here and we combine it with the full set of data made out of this 86,000 pieces. So that was already treated prior to that to integrate also a flow and a few other things. like detailed work activity short. So here we now cut into this and we get a result of this here. So then we are missing a few pieces. That is what we are doing here, and we make a plus, and now we have the 788 again. Alright, and then we have also occupation versus departments. Departments come from the short of the occupations. You will see when we look into the result. And here we get two ways out. So we have either department, detailed work activities, and 3 flows, or here we have department, detailed work activities, expense and flow. So if you look into this here, and here we modified detailed work activities into activity. So here you see a typical result of this here. So 788 again, and the various departments, the expense, the flow, and so it goes. So we have now, we are making a function from this. We call it activity in flow, department, activity and expense. It's actually an activity cost. This means we have selected it in such a way that all you need to do is to have those 3 input tables. Selecting it, making that is automatic, and just pull in that function. You don't even have to select it with those inputs, it goes automatically. So that is the first process. Let me continue on the next one. Okay, this is the next process. So this is this function here. So you call up that function, and you combine it with the resource, occupation versus expense. This is what we picked. And here is the combination of accounting, expense and occupation. So that means now those accounting costs get through this process, decomposed, and we are getting here this. So department activity flow from this, so we have given up on expense on this button here. So, and we also made, during the generation of data, we also made a product versus activity. Actually the process makes an including a department and activity and the flow. Flow means it goes either to customer or to product or to sustainable. And here we go with the customer versus activities, actually the volume. Again, this creates the same like a department and the flow. When we combine this here, so it takes that as a driver, here's the activity cost. Going into this, we get our 788 in those dimensions. And here we bring it one step further. So we include by taking this as a complete driver, and we have the total piece now in 5 dimensions. And we are really reducing it here to the 10 products and customer cost. The same we do here. We have now the volume here in those 2 dimensions. Our process of data generation requires 4 inputs, which is a cost, a profit, a revenue. We made that artificially at the side, not showed here. And here we go. So we have now this process. Here's our whale curve. We know that already. Same thing. And now we make a function out of this whole process. And again, I'm selecting nothing. That means I'm relying on the input, which is this, and this. And this function here gets incorporated as well. And by doing so, we get what you saw in the first place, the one go to close the loop. See, here we are now back where we started. I have changed the picture, easily possible to do this. Here's our complete function as described before. Here's the improvement function. We call 2-step profit increase, and that makes an already mentioned elsewhere. So in a nutshell, it tackles the cost to serve in the red part, the part where you have a kind of monopoly, and plus an overall gap analysis. And converting this, you get that high potential, unrealistic, but it's the way, the final, the ultimate way of an improvement step. Alright, this is it so far, and I hope you enjoyed and you learned something. Thank you.